So about 10 years ago, I received a letter in the mail from Murray County Jail. I believe it was probably one of the first letters I'd gotten from there. I was really intrigued by, hey, there's a mom out there who is in jail who still wants to learn and wants to take care of her baby. It really just hit a certain spot. And so I did just that. I sent her homework sheets and I would write her back encouraging words and scripture and just encourage her to continue what she's doing and try to be the best for her baby. And we corresponded for about a year or so. Her mom would come get things for her baby. I didn't hear from her for a while. The baby had gotten older, mom had moved, and then I heard from her again, and Hilary contacted us by letter wanting to know a way she could give back to the center. So her whole story's come full circle, and it's very amazing to me. It's one of the few that we know the ending, the outcome of, and it's very encouraging for us at the Pregnancy Center. This is the actual letter that Hilary wrote me. I kept some of these letters just because our correspondence back and forth, it was really a beautiful thing, and it did, I think, a lot more for me than it did for her. So it was very encouraging. So.
My name is Hilary Holt. I was coming to my classes once a month. November was the last month I got to attend. I got arrested December 4th, and I've been in jail since then.
I was born in Georgia, but we moved to Tennessee when I was 3 months old, I guess. So yeah, I lived in Tennessee for 30 years. Growing up in Tennessee was fun. Like, we lived in Columbia for probably the first 8 years of my life, and then we moved to Linville, which was a little bitty town that only had like a railroad track running through it. As a teenager, I worked as soon as I was old enough to get a job, but I also kind of was not so much on my own, but on my own with my sister, because mom was there, but she wasn't there. Our dad was wherever he was at that time. He was either sober and we knew where he was, or he was somewhere drunk. So as a teenager, it was kind of like I grew up. Once I was able to be me, or free, I was free. I did a lot of things that I probably shouldn't have done. I just did what I wanted to do, but it wasn't responsible. It wasn't okay. But I guess I let things take over, and I didn't have no care of like the consequences that were gonna come. I not only did some drugs, I was selling drugs to other kids' parents, and that was something I hated because I watched it all get taken away from me because people were selling to my mom, So I was being the same thing that I once hated. Like, my little sister was incarcerated, and I would promise I'd be there to visit her, and I wouldn't come. Or when my grandma was still alive, I chose to do the ripping and running and being out partying instead of spending time with her, and she's not here now. I just get mad at myself for not spending more time with her, because I can't get her back. Right, at 19, I got married. I remember that. And that was 2007. Life was okay at that point. I was with the man I married, who was my husband. We had our place. My mom had just got out of prison, so she came to live with us. Life was okay for a moment then. It was okay at that point. The season of life that led me to the events that got me locked up was a very short time, believe it or not. It was about 6 months. Long story short with him is like, he sold drugs. I watched him do it, and I thought, wow, he makes lot of money really fast, you know. I remember being at Walmart one day with my mom, and the task force, I guess, told him he had a warrant for his arrest, and they were taking him to jail from Walmart. And I was like, oh no, you know. And they're like, we got one for you too. So that led up to the day that I got arrested. They arrested me, and that was it. About 5 months pregnant by then. I went to the pregnancy center probably in October, I think, is when I found out I was pregnant with Elijah. I went there seeking help, advice, whatever I could, you know, get at that time. While I was in jail, in the county jail, let me say, I couldn't do nothing to help provide for my son. I couldn't do nothing. So they would send me homework, and I would complete my homework and mail it back in, and I would receive baby bucks. Like I said, I was in the county jail, so I didn't have a job. I didn't have no money. I didn't have no way to go to the store and buy diapers or to do any of them things. But with me doing, not only was it homework, but it was Bible study. So I got to do my Bible studies, and I would earn the baby buck. Not only that, but I had somebody that I could talk to. Like, I didn't have too many people, you know, and phone calls weren't cheap, but we could correspond through letters and cards and stuff. So that was a big deal too, just getting that piece of mail, even if it was just homework. But it was something for me, and I knew that it had a purpose behind it. You know, I felt like I was doing something right. I was on the path to doing good things and the right things.
I am now almost 7 months and was wondering if you could send my work here so I could do it and still earn my baby bucks. I still have what I have earned at home. I found out January 16th that I'm having a boy. I'd appreciate it very much. Thank you, Hilary Hope.
Once I got to prison, I remember writing her and asking her if they could accept donations, because I had a free world job then. I wanted to give back to something I knew, something that had once helped me, you know, so they could continue to help. I just appreciated her, and you know, there's nothing I can give to show how much I appreciated her and her kindness and her even letting me do the things I did, you know, because where else was I going to do something like that at? Who else was going to help me provide like that? It was an opportunity that I would have never been able to get had I never walked in that place. I'm not ashamed of what I've been through, what I've done. I'll share my story with anybody, and I do quite often, even my sisters, because I just want everybody to know, like, you can make bad choices and you can still come back and have a great life. It doesn't matter where you are, what you do, who you are, your life matters. Everybody's life matters.